thing. It scares me.
Listen up. This is a robbery. You wanna harm
No,
me?
I ain't talking about that freak, alright? He's not here, is he? How do I get this fucking thing off?
Oops, forgot to knock.
One shudders to imagine what inhuman thoughts lie behind that mask. One dreams of chronic and sustained cruelty.
Payday 2 is a game. This game has a lot of weapons. I think like 235 or something like that. I don't know. Correct me in the comments. And some of those weapons are bad.
It's the biggest piece of dog shit.
However, some of those weapons are overlooked. An example being today's video's topic, the Flammenwerfer.
We gotta stop meeting like this.
The flamethrower in Payday 2 comes in two variants, as a primary and as a secondary. The secondary version of a flamethrower is a bit more versatile than the primary because it can be used not only as a damage dealer but also as a concealable AoE type of deal like the Judge. But the primary version of the flamethrower is mainly just a damage dealer and it can't be concealed very well. And to be completely honest, I'm not sure on how Payday 2 functions, so I'm not going to bore you with much of the numbers, and I'm just going to tell you how to have fun with my build. For this build, we're going to be using the new Copycat perk deck. This perk deck is just frankly OP. As you already may know, you basically choose what perks you want to use and make your own perk deck. And the skills you can see on the screen now are the skills I stole from the Noli video. And this build basically gives us crazy survivability. But the main reason we're going to be using the Copycat perk deck is because of the Tactical Reload perk. The Tactical Reload perk reloads your offhand weapon if you get 10 kills with your current weapon, as well as this perk deck allows us to switch our weapons faster. Now if you don't realize why that's super good is because you haven't used the flamethrower before. The main downside to the flamethrower is the reload speed and the weapon switching speed, which are just like abysmal. And with this perk deck, we just completely remove the downsides of the flamethrower. Well, obviously except the single target damage and the range, but we'll get into that later. Now before I get into which skills I've selected for this build, I want to go over some of the disclaimers and downside that this build might entail. The first and biggest downside to this build is that I've only gotten it to work on Deathwish and below, since I suck at Descent. And the second major downside, as you might have guessed, snipers. There's no real way to deal with them since you don't have any ranged options, and I haven't come up with any real solution, so I recommend either playing on heists where snipers are mostly avoided, like San Martin Bank heist and No Mercy, or playing with friends and letting them take out the snipers for you. And the final downside is bulldozers. However, I did find a fun solution to this chunky problem that I will discuss when I talk about my skills. Now finally comes the part of the video that all of you have been waiting for. It's time for me to discuss my skills and attachments that I chose for my flamethrowers. Firstly, in the mastermind tree, I took medivac skills for restoring my downs, but these are up to personal preference. Then we take converts for health regen and some extra firepower that might help distract snipers, but this also can be changed for berserker and other melee skills, again up to personal preference. Then, we take Underdog, Resilience, and Scavenger Aced for damage reduction, more armor and less effective flashbangs, and more ammo respectively. After that, we take Body Expertise Aced for a large boost to our damage, since Body Expertise applies to special weapons, Duck and Cover and Parkour for mobility, and these crit skills for even more damage. And last but not least, 9 Lives Aced for an extra down. Now, if you were paying attention, you might have noticed that I took High Value Target in the Ghost Tree, which is a skill you don't see that often. However, arguably it is the most important skill in this entire build. This skill is very important due to the previously mentioned bulldozers.
Do you even know how fucked you are?
which are harder to kill with the flamethrowers since unlike every other enemy in the game, they don't get stunned when you hit them with a flamethrower and they have a very hefty HP. But with high value target and some javelins, bulldozers are no longer a problem. Just mark them out and hit them with 3 javelins in the face. This will even kill minigun dozers every time. Just make sure you hit them in the faceplate, because otherwise you'll have a bad time. It's tricky at first, but with a bit of practice you'll even trickshot cloakers. Lastly, here are my attachments for my flamethrowers, and if you were wondering, I'm taking the suit in my armor slot and the buzzer in my melee to deal with cloakers easier. And obviously I'm taking the javelins, my throwable, and my medivac as my deployable. And now, I will leave you with a cool montage of the flamethrower build in action. Thank you very much for watching and have a good day.